Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. True Gamer as always for you, and I'm bringing you a little bit of some Breachers news today. We all know that very soon the game releases on April 13th of 2023, and on the Discord for Breachers, they have put out a little bit of info for each map that's going to be released. Now we know there's definitely going to be quite a few things going on with this game. We already know that the factory was played during the pre-alpha, which I absolutely loved, but we definitely are going to have a variety of maps and one extra game mode. So let's go ahead and hop into these maps. They put out basically a top-down view and schematics of the actual maps, so we're able to learn ahead of time and get good before everyone else does. So let's go ahead and hop into each map and what they're about. Alright, first up here we have the Factory, which is a bomb defusal map. This map released on November 21st of 2022 with Alpha 1.0, and it is the map that we got to play the whole entire time with the Alpha. I had a great time playing it and thought it was massive for a game like this. It says the Factory is the game's first bomb defusal map, set in an important ESTF factory that supplies the Enforcers with cutting-edge weaponry and gear. Revolters intend to destroy the factory, causing a supply shortage for the Enforcers. Attack to reclaim the factory, or defend to keep your position and level it to the ground. I absolutely love this map. Let's go ahead and check out the schematics here. First, we have the factory ground floor, which is floor 0. What I really like about these new schematics that they put out is basically they've labeled everything for you, so you can pretty much have your call-out positions. You know, they've got where the Enforcer spawns are, they've got where Revolter spawns are. I mean, even where your ceiling hatches are, what the breachable floors and doors are, it's absolutely amazing. So as like you can see here on floor 0, basically this is where you got your assembly line, your foreman's area. You got 1B, which is basically a Revolter spawn and a bomb site. You got 1A next to it, which is where the other Revolter spawn is. Really not too much going on this floor other than a bunch of breachable walls that you have to be careful of. And we do have the ceiling hatch, which the opposing team can look down on in the electric room and in the storage room there. So definitely really cool. I like that. Very detailed, and I can't wait to see all the maps here. Floor 1 of the factory, we're looking at the bridge, the assembly office. The control room is where a ceiling hatch is. The kitchen also has a ceiling hatch and a Revolter spawn. The 2B is in the office. The crazy thing you got to worry about 2B there is you have a breachable floor, as well as in the server room you have a breachable floor, and also don't forget the display room as well. A real critical point is going to be where the blue stairs and the assembly hallway are, coming in from the bridge room there, and the lobby balcony. I've seen all kinds of battles happening there, and that's also a good choke point to get into those spawn points for the bomb. Next, we have the factory floor 2 here. As you can see in the big labs and the ballistic lab, we have the spawns for the bomb. We have a breachable floor in the ballistic lab right outside the ballistic room. The orange hallway also has a breachable floor. The storage hallway into the blue hallway has a breachable floor, and in the storage room itself we have a ceiling hatch. So there's some key points there to make sure that you are looking out for. Once again, the orange stairs to the orange hallway is always going to be a wild little battle right there, especially since it's right outside the ballistic lab spawn point. I've had some crazy things happen in the ballistic room because you're able to get from the roof on into that room right there. So just watch out for those places. Make sure you have people set up and ready to fight. And lastly, with the factory here, we have the outside. This is pretty much where the Enforcers spawn. You have A, B, and C there. C is pretty much a common spawn point. One thing to really notice here is that you could get onto the roof by rappelling up pretty much from anywhere on the building there. Just be careful because there is definitely some windows that can be shot out of by the opposing team. pretty much across from A on the roof. That's a great entry point for both teams to meet each other in combat. If you want to go all the way to the very tippy top of the building, there is a breachable floor, which is kind of a more stealthy way into the map, if you ask me. But yeah, that's pretty much really it for Factory. I really enjoyed my time on Factory with the Alpha 1.0. Had a lot of good times, kind of learned the map after about 5 or 6 rounds. The map, it looks big, but it's really not too hard to master. Just use these maps and kind of get yourself familiarized with it and keep your knowledge up on what players might be doing.
Introducing Hideout, a short-range combat map featuring a once luxurious villa turned revolter base. The compound has 3 floors, each with their own bomb sites and critical breachable structures to alter gameplay. To orient yourself, wires run throughout most of the rooms of the villa, leading to other floors via the stairs. Finally, the compound is surrounded by a breathtaking natural landscape that highlights our stunning mobile visuals.
Alright, so the first map that was actually announced, other than the Factory that we got to see with the pre-alpha, is going to be Hideout here. It says that Hideout is going to be a bomb defusal. It's a short-range combat map. Enforcers have traced revolter activity back to a once luxurious villa in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by breathtaking nature. The revolters have turned the abandoned villa into an important base of operations. Attack the base to obtain sensitive and vital information about the looming revolter threat, or defend the base long enough to destroy all evidence and prevent the ESTF from obtaining it. Absolutely amazing. Let's take a look at the floor 0 here. As you can see, there's a big wine cellar, server room. The workshop looks like it's going to be a place where the bomb is spawned, as well as the gym. Looks like we do have some ceiling hatches, so we're going to be able to hop down from above. Hopefully we can plan some sneak attacks from there. It's kind of hard to base how the game is actually going to play out, since these maps are maps that we haven't been able to play yet. But I kind of just want to go over, what they look like, and maybe you could strategize some stuff there. I really think the key points are going to be, once again, those ceiling hatches. And you're probably going to be able to access, it looks like, from the outside, the wine cellar. And most definitely that workshop hallway is probably going to be a little wild to play around with. Take note of the breachable walls that are on the workshop there. So I think the server and the workshop hallway are going to be really big key entry points if you can get those walls breached fast enough. Looks like there's a big set of stairs as well in the storage hallway and the server hallway. I'm sure some combat will happen a whole lot right there, especially if you breach down from the ceiling and try to go up those stairs into a different level in order to obtain some ground above to drop down into 1B from the other ceiling hatch. So those will be some pretty wild places to watch for. Floor 1 here, looks like we have 2 spawn points for the revolters in the kitchen and then the dining area. In the kitchen, we do have a breachable floor, and it looks like in between both spawn points, we have a ceiling hatch. That, I believe, is going to be a little bit of a sneaky to be able to get into both rooms there. You might be able to catch some teams off guard. It looks like we do also have a ceiling hatch in 2A. So I think those are going to be 2 really key points there in order to play the dining and kitchen area. We do have a big garage with a breachable floor. And it looks like we have some small stairs that lead up into this area. So I think it's going to be a little bit difficult to play this as a revolter. It also can be very easy as long as you are watching those ceiling hatches. Moving on to floor 2 of the hideout. It looks like we have a bathroom and a library here where we're going to spawn in for the bomb site. What I really like here that I'm seeing is there is a shower area with kind of a barricade to watch the bomb. I think that's going to be a little nook and cranny hiding spot there, but you do have to worry about the barricade that can be entered from the outside. On the library bomb, we have two breachable walls, and it's a fairly large space. If you can contain, it looks like the bathroom and shower area, nobody will probably be able to get into the walk-in, so you can kind of barricade that off and no one will really come behind you into the library. But you do have to worry about these breachable walls. There is a main hallway with the big staircases. Like I was saying before, the big staircase is probably going to be a key choke point in order to get into anywhere in this particular level. Because it looks like you can walk all the way up and get to all the bomb spots from the big stairs. You do have two breachable floors in the bedroom and the family room. The family room balcony looks huge, and it probably looks down a bit from the front entrance. So anybody that is trying to defend the library and bathroom there, I would definitely pop out a little bit and make sure you're making sure that nobody's coming in from that front entranceway there. That's probably going to be a key point as well. Like I said, a lot of this, there's no telling how people are going to play this. It will be interesting to see. I'm just kind of taking it as how I would probably play it a little bit. But I think the big stairs is going to be a big thing about this map, and making sure you're watching your breachables for sure. Next, we are on the outside of the hideouts. Obviously, this is where the enforcers spawn. We got the A, which is out by, it looks like the docks all the way out there on the left. B, it looks like we got a little bit of coverage from some rocks. And C is kind of out towards the driveway. I really think you could pretty much enter almost any way you want to. Really, it doesn't show us too much of how we could get in from this view. But if you look at the previous schematics of the map here, I really think A is going to be an awesome spawn point as long as the people that are playing the center of the house or floor 2 there aren't too concerned about you coming in from the very front entrance. I really do like the side window that's going to be breachable, and then basically where the M side is, there's going to be a window that's there. If you saw from the previous layout, I think that's going to be a key window to get in there for sure. C is probably going to be a pretty good spawn point as well. Kind of come in a little bit stealthier from the back door. Always fun to do that. But at the very tip of top of the roof here, it looks like we have a breachable floor. If you want to go all the way from the top in. So it's going to be interesting to see how this one is played. There's going to be many entryways, and definitely it looks like to me that the Revolters are going to probably have more of a hard time defending this than the Enforcers will be attacking it. And that's just my 2 cents on it. I think it's going to be real hard to be a Revolter on this map.
This is Skyscraper, a longer-range combat map set in a media broadcast station targeted for the distribution of propaganda. Rappel down vertigo-inducing heights, or crawl through narrow vents to get the jump on your opponents. Most rooms in Skyscraper connect to one of 2 central hallways, making it simple to navigate to the stairs. Finally, with 4 sets of bomb sites, the map will provide plenty of gameplay variety to keep you engaged.
Alright, so here we go. Skyscraper. Once again, this is a bomb defusal map. This Skyscraper is a long-range combat map. Revolters have infiltrated a major media broadcast station located in the top floors of a high-rise building overlooking the city with the intention of broadcasting their propaganda to millions of households. Attack the Skyscraper with everything you've got to keep the Revolters from airing their manifesto and destroying the station. Or defend your position to stick it to the Enforcers and achieve your objective. So, here we have floor 0. This map is going to be huge, and I think it's going to take a whole bunch of teamwork in order for everyone to really achieve the goals in order to win on this map. And I think it's going to be from either side, the Enforcers or the Revolters. As you can see here from just floor 0, there is 4 spawn points for the bombs, okay? There's going to be a lot of running back and forth, I think. You have some really big rooms here. Just in 1A in the conference room, you have a ceiling hatch and 2 breachable walls, and not a whole lot of cover. You have a cover on one side, but not on the other. And then the best place to play, it looks like, on this side would obviously be the management room here. You have a ceiling hatch with 2 breachable walls. Looks like they could come up from the north stairs in through the lounge area, in through the management hallway. What's going to be wild is watching the center courtyard here, because there's going to be a lot of movement, and from what I think it looks like here, you're going to be able to look down into the courtyard from any position you're at. Moving over to the lounge here, you have a barricade from the outside. You have a ceiling hatch. You also have 2 breachable walls. And then the office, you definitely have to watch out for the south stairs and the office hallway, but you do have a barricade to the outside and a breachable wall. So that might not be too hard to play on, but you're going to have to keep on your toes at all times if you're playing this floor. There's no doubt about it. I think the courtyard is going to be really cool to look down onto, and how the Enforcers approach this is going to be really wild, because on the left side here, you really don't have any entry points to swing in, but on the right side, you most definitely do. Moving on to floor 1 here, the Skyscraper. Once again, it looks like you're either going to be playing the left side or the right side of the building, which is really kind of crazy here. We'll take a look at the storage room for the spawn points here. You have a breachable floor as well as a breachable wall. Very small and contained, but I really do like this cubby that's in between the storage and studio room. The studio room, you have a breachable wall, 2 breachable walls, and really that cubby is going to be really fun to play. Doesn't look like there's any entry from the outside from it, so I think that cubby might be a really nice way to really take a look at both sides. That'll be really cool if you ask me. On the right side, in the mixing room, we have a spawn point, which really doesn't look like too many entryways, just a breachable wall. In the broadcast room, you do have a breachable floor as well as 2 breachable walls. Broadcast hallway is going to pretty much link the south stairs once again, and think of this as just a big tower, you know, a skyscraper that you're playing in. So it's obviously going to run around in a circle. You're going to have to be careful of which way the enemy is running or coming from, and that'll kind of let you pinch off certain areas. I really think these hallways are going to be really destructive areas, so you might want to make sure you're putting up your laser detection, whatever it's called. I forgot what it's called now, but you know what I mean. Your heartbeat sensor, basically. So that'll allow you to let people know where they are. I also might throw them on the north stairs, south stairs, and lobby stairs if you can. That center courtyard is going to be amazing for being able to throw down detection lasers and things like that, because it'll you could use it to your advantage. There's no doubt about it. Now here's where things start to get really interesting. Floor 2 of the Skyscraper. It looks like you have some vents that could be accessed from the outside into the hallway lounge, where you could just hit the stairs. That is definitely a place you want to make sure you're setting up some motion sensors and things like that, because I think I might try to sneak in that way. There's no doubt about it. That's a little unique twist to add to the map there. It's just a small little area, but it allows you access to a huge stairway that allows you to pretty much move up and down the building how you want. That is going to be a key feature for this map. All right, so finally we make it to the outside of the skyscraper here. And it looks like we are going to be starting with the enforcer spawns um, on top of the skyscraper. Now, this really makes me feel like this map is inspired by Calypso Casino. And if anybody remembers that map from old school Rainbow Six Vegas, you know how crazy that map was played and how crazy the setups you can make were. And this has given me that vibe big time here. So you have the helipad for A, C, and then you have for A and C basically, and then for B, it looks like it leads you over to the vents in the bottom right corner. I think it's going to be awesome to be able to walk down some staircases and try to figure out where the enemy's at. Pretty much from A and C, but B, if you are playing B, you need to go vents, because vents looks like it's going to be a quick entry into a staircase that's going to lead you to any place the bomb is very quickly. So those defenders are going to have to watch those stairs big time, like I previously said. I think those stairs are going to be a key point to really defending your area. And the enforcers, if you're quick and you could get into that building quick, you might catch those revolters off of their heels and really be able to kind of disturb their setup if you're really quick about it. So that's definitely the skyscraper. Reminds me of Calypso Casino off of Rainbow Six Vegas, and I cannot wait to see how gameplay is played out on this. I think it's going to be one hell of a time, and so far, I think this is probably going to be one of the map's favorites, and probably a big esport favorite. There's no doubt about it. It's just so big, and there's so many areas you can come in and out of, and there's so many ways you could get to the bomb, especially if you're sneaky. That's for sure.
Introducing Killhouse, Breacher's first ever team deathmatch map located in an ESDF combat training facility. Prepare for high-octane battles as two teams compete for the highest kill count.
And now we have our final map, Killhouse, which is awesome because it also brings a new game mode of team deathmatch. Says, Killhouse is the game's first team deathmatch map, featuring high-octane battles to see who can get the highest kill count. Revolters have broken into an ESTF combat training facility and plan to hit the enforcers where it hurts. Gain control of the facility by eliminating enemies. Once again, bringing back some Rainbow Six Vegas memories and just old school Rainbow Six memories, period. The Killhouse. Very, very cool. What's awesome about this is all you have to worry about is just shooting some people and getting a high kill count. So really, we have on the floor 0 here, all the way to the left, we have the Revolters. All the way to the right, we have the Enforcers. And it looks like a pretty wide open area, almost kind of like a gulag type setup here, where we got a few things that we can hide behind. Nothing too crazy going on, but it definitely looks like kind of like an airsoft arena, just like any kill house kind of would be here. I really like it because it basically just shows pure skill, really. You got a little bit of cover, but nothing too much. So anybody that's on the ground floor is going to have to watch all around them, including up in the air, because as we move on to the next floor here, you're definitely going to be able to look down on anybody down there fighting each other. Alright, so we are on Killhouse floor 1 now, and as you can see, there is quite a few places that you can pretty much overlook the whole entire map. I personally think that this is going to be what the whole map is going to be about, being able to overlook on everybody and to pretty much command one side of the Killhouse. The area at the bottom between J and O, where it's got like the kind of little green light there, I think that's going to be the best place to take over, because you're going to be able to traverse across the map on both sides. And I really think it's going to be a battle of the map to take that place over. Now, you can really kind of control either side with any place here, to be honest with you, except towards the top in the white area. You really only have control of that side. You really can't go across or anything like that, whereas on the green side there, or should I say where the green light is, you can move right across the map and kind of see everybody and everything if you play it right. I really think this map is probably just going to be a free-for-all for a little while until people learn strategies. But I think this map can be played strategic out of that area, and probably pretty much any other area if you have a good team. Like the areas on the left and right there, as long as you have a good team, you can have somebody watching the doors and windows and really kind of just take control over one side. But the thing is people are going to be sitting and camping and things like that. You want to be able to move out just a little bit so you can see the whole entire area, and that's why I think the green area there is going to be the best bet. Those are just my 2 thoughts on it. Definitely a cool map. Can't wait to play a team deathmatch on it. I think it'll be pretty cool. So with that being said, folks, make sure that you pre-order Breachers before April 13th, 2023 to make sure that you get that awesome Jesper skin for your sidearms as a pre-order reward. You don't want to be the only one not rocking that thing. Look how cool it is. I just love the way it looks. Make sure that you're studying the maps here below. Check out their website. Make sure you get ahead of the competition. And as always, if you like what you saw, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell for anything Breachers, and we will see you on the next video.